Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. We interview the world's leading apologists to provide credible answers to curious questions.
Frank, I could see some people, doing some thinking and then coming to the conclusion, well, hey, if God's omnipresent, but to be a non-believer in hell is to be separated from God, how can you be separated from an omnipresent being?
Well, you're not separated from His power, because when we say that God is omnipresent, we don't mean that God is, say, here in this microphone.
Right.
But we mean His power is in such a way that it holds together all things, including me and you in this microphone. So He's not a spatial being, so He's not present in things. That would be pantheism. But He's present to things in the sense that He holds all things together, and He holds hell together as well. But they in hell have rejected Him, so He shields His love from them, because that's what a loving being does if the person continually rejects the overtures of the lover. Finally, the lover will say, I'm going to leave you alone, and that's what God does.
And is His wrath poured out then?
Yes, of course, because God is equally infinite in all of His attributes. So He's infinitely loving, but He's also infinitely just. And this is one of the problems I think we have with some views of God. We tend to weigh God more in one way or the other. He's more loving, He's more just. No, He's infinite in both. Yeah. That's, by the way, the reason He had to go to the cross, because He was infinitely loving and also infinitely just, and He had to find a way to unify those two when it came to sinners. And what does He do? Instead of punishing us, He punishes Himself. So He's infinitely just by punishing, and He's also infinitely loving by finding a way not to punish us.